Wonderful. Okay. So I just want to kind of introduce why we're doing this. Some other people throughout the organization have been doing these power half hours, power hours, and they're just a really effective way to get some activity done, because reality is we all have the best intentions. We all know what we should be doing, but we don't always follow through as effectively as we should. So we wanted to really pull everyone together, make this activity based. We are not going to spend 20, 30 minutes training you on different topics. We're going to simply talk about some things to do and do them. And I've done this before in a different kind of avenue where people get on and we all do activities together. And there's just something different about when you're doing it with a group of people and you kind of have that support, right? We all sit in front of our computer or our phone and think about the messages we want to send. And then we're thrilled when the kid starts crying or something, so we don't have to send if someone distracts us. So this is really just, what can we get out? How many? Let's do it now. And what do we get back? So even as we're doing this, if you guys send something out and you get something back, put it in the chat. Let us know what's going on. We're excited to see what happens. We want to do these every 2 weeks. So we really kind of broke it down to bare bones tonight with some very specific. We had obviously tons of stuff we wanted to do with you, but we're like, okay, let's do this and really get some things out there. So we're hoping that this will help drive the end of the month for you guys, but also just to kind of get you in that activity mode to continue doing things even when you're not on here with us. So for those of you that are new or don't know, I'm Colleen Camiso, and Kristen Southwick is going to be doing this with me. So we're your two hosts for tonight. And I'm going to hand it over to her because she's got some really, really cool things she wants to start you guys on. And it's actually stuff that I hadn't known we could do. So she's going to show us all how to do this. And we're going to actually be writing down names, getting things in motion. Before she starts, just so you know, we are going to be having a opportunity call next Tuesday. So think about that when you're thinking about the names and things like that, because it's just a call. It's not going to be a Zoom. 15 minutes that you can get people on. So I'm going to hand it over to you so you can kind of get started walking them through some of these activities.
Thank you so much. Can you guys hear me?
Yep.
Good. Okay, awesome. All right. Thank you guys all so much for being on. Colleen and I were so excited as we were starting to talk through different ideas and really have you guys utilize this time to do the work as we're talking about them. So one of the first things that I thought was really great is if you just pull up your Facebook Messenger. So what happens is a lot of times, especially if you've been in the business for a while, you talk to people about the business. Maybe you've gone back and forth and they've gone radio silent, or you haven't heard from them. And, I tend to be a very organized person. I write people down. I have them on my tracker list, but there are still people that slip through the cracks. And, I hate to admit it, but it's just the truth. They go on my drip list because it's been after 60 days and maybe I haven't heard from them, or like I said, they go radio silent, and for whatever reason they just get lost. And so I heard this great suggestion, and I want us all to do it, and it's basically to go back through our Facebook messengers to find people that may have just slipped through the cracks, that at one point expressed interest about the business, but for whatever reason they kind of left our radar. So a very easy way to do this is you're going to go to your Facebook Messenger right now. So everybody get on there, and I'm going to flip my screen. And so what you're going to do is you're going to go into here. Let's see if I can do this. You're going to go into your messenger and you're going to type a keyword. So a keyword could be for you, it could be business, it could be free products, it could be stay-at-home mom, it could be money, something that you typically put in your messages when talking to a prospect about the business. So think about, opportunity, business kit, something like that. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to just use business. So I'm going to type it into my search engine right here. So business. And then what you're going to do is you see this little, I don't know, magnifying glass. You are just going to click it. And what you're going to see is all these people that have come up that business would be something that you discussed with them. So for me, the first few are all people that are currently on my team that I'm working with. So that's why, this is, hold on, not working for 1 second. So those are people that I'm just going to kind of scroll right past, right? Because those are people that are already in this business with me. Can you, okay. But as I go down and down, I start to see, as I keep scrolling and scrolling, I start to see people that were once prospects, that were once people that I talked to about the business. Now, some of them I do have on my track. But if I go several months, I have found people that I have not talked to, that I have not followed up with in a really long time. And so those are the people that I want you guys to write down. I want you to write down at least 2 names. Now, ideally there should be more, or maybe not ideally there should be more, because hopefully you haven't let them slip through the cracks, but life happens, we all do. So I want you to write down as many names as you can find, but at least put 2 names down. And then I want you guys to send, if I'm disappearing, it's because I'm pulling up the text message that I want you guys to send. So I want you, and I will post this in groups. Actually, I'll post this in the chat, but I want you to send something along these lines. Obviously, you want to just kind of re-engage that conversation. Hey, how have you been? I haven't talked to you in a while. How's your kids? Are they back to school? Something to re-engage. But the chunk of it, what I want you to talk to them about is something along the lines of, hey, I know you were considering doing this Miura business with me. Not sure if you're still thinking about it, but I want to let you know that our kits are coming with a free, and you can fill in the blank, until tomorrow night at midnight. I don't want you to miss out on that freebie. I would love to chat. I'm available at noon or 6. We need about 5 minutes. Do either of those times work for you? So I know I went through that fast. I'm going to cut and paste this, or I'm going to copy this and put this in your chat. But the important thing is that we need to remember it's so important to follow up. And those people may not have been interested then, or the timing might not have been right, or finances might not have been right for whatever reason, but it's so important that we follow up because things change all the time. So I'm going to do that right now. So as I'm doing that, I just want you to go scroll through and write down at least 2 names. And again, this is going to be really helpful for our PCC that we're doing next week, because anybody that responds and is like, sure, I'm interested in talking, or I've been considering it, or I've been thinking about it, those would be obviously great people to not only get on a 3-way call, but also to invite to the PCC. So let me just add this. Okay. Can you guys see that? Are you guys there?
Yeah, we can see it.
There we go. Okay. I can't see you guys now.
Oh, you can't?
Where did you go? No!
We're still here.
This is so weird.
Okay, well,
you don't need to see me.
I'll type that in the chat while you're talking, so they can like copy it and put it into like their Word. Perfect.
Actually, you know what, Colleen? I have it typed out. So let me just copy and paste it so you don't have to.
Okay.
Hold on. Let me see if I can get it. Okay. And you can obviously tweak it, but you get the gist of it. You know, some of the key points that we just want, it's got to be your wording. It's got to sound like you. You know, that's so important. You have to be authentic. People will be able to tell if it doesn't sound like you, or if it feels very generic or cut and pasted. So that's why it's so important to make sure that, you know, that you make it very personal before you put that in there. I don't know why I can't see you. It's really bugging me, but okay. All right. So that's one thing. And then the other thing that I wanted to talk about before Colleen kind of jumps on with hers is, and guys, I really encourage you that after we get off this, I know this is a half an hour, but continue working on this list. This is so important. It's so great that we can do this together right now. Oh, somebody is writing on that. So funny. But it's also important for you guys to, you know, continue on, whether you have time tonight or tomorrow you get back at that list. I want this to be helpful for you and guide you, but not be the only thing that you do for, you know, for the week. The next thing I want to talk about is just some good Facebook posts that really get a lot of action and a lot of interest. And so one of the things that I think is really important when you're posting is to put something that's going to, you know, grab people's attention, that is not like talking about what Neora is paying for in terms of, like, you know, grocery bills and gas money and things that people don't like to pay for. It's like annoying bills that people would think, gosh, that would be really nice if I didn't have to have that extra thing, or if I could have the money to pay for this. So we want to have these posts that are really attention getters. So I'm going to go through 4 different posts, and I want you guys to each pick one of those posts, and I want you to post them right now. We're all going to do it together if I can figure out how to get off this screen. But the thing is, just kind of a caveat is, if you posted in the last 2 hours, then wait. You never want to post things within 2 hours of each other, because they basically will negate each other. It's how the Facebook algorithms work. So as long as you haven't posted anything in the past 2 hours, you're good to go. And also remember, when you're posting something, to add emojis, to add like something, a bright background, or to add a GIF to it that's, you know, something that's going to be attention seeking. So one of the posts is, and you can pick from any of the 4, is today was a guilt-free self-care day. Thank you, Neora. Or you could do, like, Sunday was a guilt-free self-care day. I got a manicure, pedicure, and I got my hair done. Thank you, Neora. Like, hashtag thank you, Neora. You know, payday, work from home, or I love my side gigs, something along those lines. But you want to talk about, like, think about your audience. Who would not love some extra money to be able to, you know, pay for a pedicure, manicure, or something for themselves and not feel guilty about it? So you really want to kind of target, you know, that feeling of, like, it's okay to do something for myself and not feel guilty about it. And you can even go along the lines of, you know, paid for groceries and, you know, my cell phone bill, something like that, that you think is going to really reach out to your audience. I think sometimes, like, bigger things, like, you know, I earned a car, or I earned a trip, those are all great. But I think for some people that looks like, oh my gosh, I could never do that. That is just so far, such a far reach. But something like a monthly bill, or something to pamper yourself, that is going to get more attention, because it doesn't feel like something so, you know, such a reach. So that's one of them. Another one would be, anyone else excited about these crazy cash bonuses this month? So again, you're piquing people's interest. They're going to be looking at it and being like, oh my gosh, what cash bonuses? What is she talking about? I wonder what that means. So the things that you want to look for too is people that like your post. Not everybody's going to comment, but you want to be kind of tracking who's liking your post. And the other big thing is, you really want to be using the Facebook stories. And nowadays people are watching the stories a lot more than they're scrolling through Facebook. And the great thing about that is you can also see who is watching your stories. So if you click on your stories, and I would show you, but I don't know how to get off this darn screen. Hold on, let me see if I can stop my video and then, oh, here we go. I got it, I figured it out. Okay, so if you go to your stories and click, let's see. Oh, okay. That's terrible. I don't have any up there right now, but you can actually see who is, I know, Colleen, oh my gosh. You can actually see who's looking at it, and you know that anybody that's taking the time to watch your stories is curious about what you're doing. So you really want to utilize those stories, and not just for Neora. You want to make them interesting. You want to make them about your life, what you're doing, something funny, maybe your kids. If it's only about Neora, people stop tuning in. But if you kind of switch it up, they're going to be curious. And you can see exactly who's looking at your Neora stories. And those are great people to, eventually just keep on your radar to interact with them, because those would be good people down the line to ask for samples or to reach out to. So that's another good thing to do. Another one is you can say, I hate having to pay for my products when I can get them free. Anybody else? Something to pique people's interest, especially people that are in other network marketing companies. A lot of times they are required to pay for their own products each month. So if you're posting about how we get our products free, that's going to pique their interest. So I know Angela O'Neill was saying when she was talking about this for her company, I think she ended up paying over $7,000 for the time of that company from paying for monthly products. So for her audience, that was really going to stand out. So that's another one. And then you can say, I just got my however many audio ships for free. So for me, it would be, I don't know, 140 times 5 years. And that sum, I would say, I just got my, 200th auto ship for free, like with emojis or, excited things. So pick one of those, and I want everybody to post something right now, and we're all going to do it together. Okay. All right, Kyle, that's what I got for today.
Awesome.
Hopefully everybody's
just posted mine. Okay, so we are clearly talking fast because we were very intentional. Like, we don't want people to be on forever. They won't get back on if we keep them on forever. But it is really good stuff, and we are recording this, so you can rewatch it. We'll post it in Game Changer and wherever else you guys tell me to post it. But it is good activity posting those. I just realized when she said that I haven't posted in a couple of days, I don't think. So we forget. And she's right about the story. I don't do that enough. I need to start doing that more. So just little tidbits of how to get it out there. Okay, so I'm going to just post really quickly wording for you guys. So you have your list of people. You can send them the message that she put out. Another one is a message kind of getting them onto the call on Tuesday. So I'm going to put wording you can use for that. You can tweak it however you want. This is just super simple. I am a huge advocate for less is more. Don't go into details. So this is, let me see. Okay, so I just put it in the chat, and I may have misspelled something because I was typing while she was talking. But this is just short and sweet, trying to get somebody on the call, the opportunity call. Tweak it however you want. I'm also going to put in here, because I don't know yet. I don't think we're going to put this call out to everybody, just you guys for right now. So this is just a call for you guys to get your people on. And I'm going to put in here the telephone number and the code to call into. So it's 605-475-4706. And then the code you put in is 926211. I'm actually very excited. I haven't done a conference call in so long. It's always Zoom. So I'm like, I can do this one in the car. It's like a practice in my pajamas. It grows so great. You don't have to be dressed up for like a Zoom. Okay, so that's the call-in information for the call on Tuesday at 8 p.m. Eastern. Okay, so you guys can actually highlight this stuff and like copy and paste it into a Word document so you have it for yourself and you can save it. All right, so what I want to show you guys, so again, we kind of have the posting on Facebook and looking for people in Messenger that Kristen went over. I want to show you guys how to email your customers that you have in your back office. And then I also want to show you how you can do a mass text to people that's personalized. So I'm going to start by showing you how to email all of your customers. And you can do it all at once. Sometimes texting is better. Sometimes they don't always see the email or open it or whatever it may be. But okay, so this is Minnie Mouse's fake back office. It's so incredibly simple. So if you've done it before, awesome. You know how easy it is. If you haven't, you're going to be like, that is incredibly easy. So you can be doing this with every promo we come out with. So you're just going to go to track, and I go to my leader dashboard. Actually, this is Minnie Mouse's leader dashboard. All right. So all you have to do is go to, once you're here, you go to Report Center, and you go down to My PC's Report. Okay. So My Leader Dashboard or Leader Dashboard, Report Center, My PC Report. And then you have all of your PCs in here. Okay, you have all the PCs you have that are not been purged out. If you click this top box here that says all, if you click that, it highlights all of them. Now, maybe you don't want to do all of them. You want to do a certain amount, but for a promo or something like that, I would definitely do all of them. And then you go up here to send a message. And you can see here that 28 are selected. And if you go to the bottom, you can see there's 28 records. So you'll know how many customers you have in there. So it says 28 selected. You just go to send message. You would go down to create new message. And then you just put a message in here. So I actually saved one over here. I'm just going to use this, the same one I would use for, hold on 1 second. This is the one I would text to, so I'm just going to put it in here real quick for you guys to see. Let me go back. Tell me if I lose the screen or anything. All right, so I would put in here August special or however, whatever you want to do your subject line in. And then this is the text message I created, so I'm just plopping it in here so you guys can see it. I always like to keep people in the loop with specials we are running. This month is incredible. You can get our probiotic cream, Prolistic, and our Luma Boost for only $89. This is a $140 value. You're getting them at 36% discount. I'm sending a before and after for you to see how amazing they are. Let me know if you're interested. Super, super simple. And then you just hit send, and it goes to everybody on that list. So one email to your entire customer list, done. Okay, very, very easy. Just really quickly to walk you guys back through it. You go to your leader dashboard. Once you're here, report center, My PC's report. And no, okay. Click the top box, send message. Okay, very, very easy. And then it goes to everybody. So that's how you can email your entire customer list. Something else very cool, and you may have seen it, or you may not. Stacy Veeder has been using this app. It's called Hit 'em Up. So I'm just going to show you really quickly. This is nice because it sends a text message. You can do mass text message. So it sends it to whoever you pick, but it personalizes it with their name. So some text apps or text features are mass text, like I do easy texting sometimes. I'm sure you get them from Sam and Paul. They do easy texting and it comes with some funny number. This one comes from your number and it's to your name. So it looks like you just personally sent that one person this text message. So it's called, the app is called Hit 'em Up. Let me see if I can find it on here. Okay, here it is. So if you can see, I don't know if you can see the glare. Oh, that's better. So it's down here. It's called Hit 'em Up. Okay, so you just simply, and she did a tutorial on this too in Next Level, Team Next Level group, but it's so easy. So once you click open it, all your contacts come up. So all my contacts are in here. So you can do select all, although I don't think my husband's friends, they may be like, what is your wife sending me? But you can select them all, or you can go through and click who you want. You can do, I always do like a certain amount of the alphabet first. I'll be like, I'm going to do A through B, A and B today, or A through C, or whatever it may be. So once you clicked who you want, I'm just going to pick a few. You hit the compose button up at the top. Compose. And then it will say first name, last name. Okay, I can't see that. First name, last name. So it's going to show them that. Oops, compose. Okay, so then you can put in that message that I just copy and pasted, which I'll copy and paste into our chat. And you just put it right there in the compose section. You can also then, oh my gosh, this is really hard to do. Then you can hit the camera button and you can put a picture in there. So you can put a before and after picture, you can put a flyer, whatever you want to do. And then you just hit done. And then there's a little arrow at the top that says next. Next. Okay, and then it will tell you who it's to. I didn't actually put a message in there, but it'll have the message in there and it will have the person's name and you just hit send and you go through and it says send to 4 contacts. So I only click 4 people, but it goes to each of them. Yeah, it's not for Android. Sorry there, Pam. This is only for iPhones. Androids lose out again. But you can send it to a whole bunch of people at one time and you can send a picture as well. So it's really, really convenient going through your list. People are using like crazy this month and saying they're sending it to like tons of people and the responses they're getting are outrageous. So let's see, somebody's saying, I sent 50 messages using the app last night and I got 5 orders today. I mean, it's a numbers game. This is sales, whether we like to admit we do sales or not, because none of us feel like we're salespeople. It is a numbers game. So sending that out, and you're not, I just put something in there like, I just want to keep you updated on some specials we have. People are not offended. And if you feel like you're bothering someone, it's somebody I've texted a lot and I don't get anything back, really, I'd be like, if you don't want me to keep sending you this, please let me know. I just like to keep people updated. And I'm telling you, 99% of the time they write back and say, oh no, I do want to hear about the specials. I do want to hear about that. They're just not ready to say no yet or yes yet, so they're ignoring you. So if you're worried about that, preface it with, if you don't want me to send this to you anymore, please let me know. I will totally stop. I just like to keep people informed with the information. And most of the time, you're not bothering them. So that's just another really, really good tool to use. So we have kind of a lot on you. So we have how to find people in Messenger, posts to be putting up, how to invite people. Then we had how to email your customer list and how to use the Hit 'em Up app to do a ton of people at one time. So I'm going to put in here that little verbiage that I used. For the text. Again, short and sweet. I don't go into what the products do. Send them a before and after. They can ask you about it or not. I had a girl who'd ordered Purlistic from me when it first came out, and she was like, is this the cream I ordered from you? I've been wanting more. And she just happened to see that post. So be out there doing these activities. do you guys feel like you have, like, you can give a thumbs up, or you can be like, I don't really don't know what to do. You feel like you have some activities to go and do and start running with, especially for the end of the month. Certainly, what else I would do in there is make sure you let them know that this deal is done on the 31st at midnight, because you don't want them coming to you than the 1st. And really just getting those last orders in, that last volume in, getting those bonuses, makes us happier than anything. When we go through the back office and we see all these people getting their 9 PC bonus, it's like, yeah, that's $150 on top of commission. That's like, really awesome running your business and doing a fantastic job. So that was pretty good. We've talked really fast, got that out in 32 minutes. Do you guys have any questions?
I do. I have a quick question for you. So the app, I can't, obviously, thank you for clarifying. I can't get that because what I was like, what the hell is going on? I can't find it. But I like that app can personalize it. Like if you send it to 10 people, it'll say, hi, Colleen, hi, Carolyn, whatever. But can you clarify, if I just saw you send like the group email, right? When you're doing that and your customers are getting it, do they see that it's a mass email, or do they see that it's just to Colleen Camiso?
Yeah, they don't see that it's mass email. They just see to them. The rest
to them.
Yep.
Okay, so it doesn't like show that you sent it to whatever, 400, 500 people, whatever. It doesn't matter, right?
No.
Okay, all right. Because that's what I'd be worried about, is doing it like that. Is I wouldn't want people to feel like, oh, so this is a map. You know what I'm saying? I would want it to feel like they were personalizing it to them, which is what I liked about the concept for this app.
So you realize, so you know that, like if you look at, didn't Jen just send out an email to everybody about?
Yeah, about the webinar. Yeah.
Yeah, but she sent out something. Let me find it really quickly. So yeah, so Jen and Nate Giggins. So you can see they sent out something on the 26th as Happy Monday, and they're talking about a contest. So they sent that their entire team, and they did it the exact same way I just showed you with the customers. They just did it with their team.
Yeah, and I can see that it's just to me. Okay, yeah. All right, that makes sense. Thank you for the clarity on that.
Yeah, no problem. Any other questions? All right. So go do this. Yeah.
Sorry. I just have a quick question with the Facebook. Allison and I were a little confused the other day when I can't remember, somebody shared the tips about when you post to not actually post in the news feed, but to go to your own page and post everything there. Is that right or no?
Was it what Christina Birchmeyer put out?
I don't know. I'm not sure.
I'm not sure what you mean by like the news. So she has really good tips. I am definitely not the social media expert at all. I think she put out a thing in Game Changer with tips of what to follow and do. So I know she says to keep it private, don't make your post public, which I don't do, and she asked me for. So
okay.
So but she definitely has much more knowledge. Like if she says to do it. She's got really good tips on that. So I'm not sure if that's what you're referring to or if it's something different.
Well, you know what? When you look at your Facebook and you have your news feed, so you can see what everybody else has posted too.
Yes.
And then, so I always post there, you know, at the top where it's what you got to say or whatever. And then, but you can actually go to you can go to your own page and post there as well.
Yes.
So yeah. Which one is the better one to post? That was what I was confused about.
I honestly don't know that it makes a difference. I mean, it's still all going on your page. So like I always go to my page and post, but just because for time when we're just doing this, I just posted in my feed. So I did exactly what you're saying. And it's still going to go on my page. So I don't know that it makes a difference.
Okay. Okay. Thanks.
And just to give like a plug too, remember guys to follow your social media the webinars that they have. I'm learning so much from them. So make sure that you're tuning into those because they're such great tips with really how to utilize social media and make it as effective as possible, both in Facebook and Instagram. So
yeah, those are great.
yes. And I'm excited to be doing these every 2 weeks. We're going to just have tons of great stuff for you guys, but hopefully this was really helpful in getting you started and getting you some good ideas on, you know, where to expand. And, you know, hopefully you guys can continue with this tonight or tomorrow in the next couple of days and finish this month strong.
Yeah, and if you guys need the call-in information again for the call-in Tuesday, let us know, and we're happy to get that to you. Or if you have questions about, you know, what it's going to be like, feel free to message us. All right. Well, thanks for hopping on, guys. Have a great night and a great end of the month.
Woohoo!
All right. Bye, guys.
Bye.